Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Yesterday is a mixed day. We'll talk about that more in just a few moments when we get plugged into the radio. Before we do that, though, let's not forget that there's so many things in this world we cannot control. However, you can control the amount of risk you have in your portfolio. That's why I developed the Core Retirement Design. Give us a call, 863-382-0037 to schedule your Core Retirement Design. Hey, with that, we'll be up here in just a minute with Doug on the radio.
Light FM. There's Adele. It's Doug Reese sitting in for Morning Dave here on your Wednesday morning. It's that time of the morning where we head out and check in with Phillip Statler from Statler Financial Services to get an update on what's going on with our markets. Hey, Phillip, how are you this morning?
Hey, Doug, doing well, man. It's been a little while since you and I have gotten together on the radio, but Dave deserves a little break.
Oh, he definitely does.
Good deal. Hey, I guess probably the biggest news today is that the debt ceiling bill got out of the House or got out of the House committee and is supposed to go to the full House to vote. And I think that vote's going to be sometime today. And it's got the futures a little uneasy this morning, to be honest with you, which I thought was, I thought at this point, if it got out of committee, they'd be excited, but still a little, some little hesitation there into what what's going to actually happen when the House goes to vote on this thing. Yesterday, though, we started out the day kind of gangbusters, but we ended up kind of a mixed day. I mean, there were some big numbers, but couldn't hold on to them all day. The S&P 500 actually ended up basically even at 4205. The Dow was down by about $50. It closed at 33,042. And the NASDAQ up by 41 to $13,017. So a mixed bag at best yesterday. And I'm going to say that right now I see a lot of red ink out there, unfortunately. And hopefully once they get the bill passed and onto the Senate, then we'll see a little bit of an improvement here, but it's still got to get through the Senate as well. And I think there's probably more hesitation there than there is in the House at this point, Doug. So let's look. I thought Dave and I were talking yesterday that we thought the ADP employment report was going to come out, and that was on my schedule, but it looks like they pushed it out another day. And so the ADP number won't actually come in until tomorrow morning, along with the other jobs numbers. But this morning, a little later, we're going to have the jobs opening report. And that'll be for us to talk about tomorrow as well. Yesterday, though, we did have two things that did come out economically. The S&P Case-Shiller Home Price Index, it was down more than expected. It was actually expected to be up by 0.4%. It actually fell by 1.1%. And the other number that's kind of a surprise, the consumer confidence number came out yesterday at 10 and down from the previous number, but significantly up from where it was expected to be. It came in at 102, was expected to be like 99. So the consumers haven't been knocked totally off the ladder yet. There's still some confidence there in our economics. And so tomorrow we'll talk about ADP, unemployment, and some productivity numbers as well. So the other thing that came out was mortgage numbers came out. And so mortgage demand, because of interest rate increases, are the lowest they've been in 3 months. We saw interest rates increase by about 1/3% in what they call conforming mortgages. And so we saw a drop in home purchases for mortgages down 3%. And if you look at where they were a year ago, we're down 31%. So we're obviously seeing higher interest rates, putting some pressure on mortgages right now. We did have a couple companies that actually did report. I want to start with kind of the big loser of the bunch. So we had a couple. Advanced Auto Parts really had a terrible quarter. They were expected to earn like $2.57 a share. They only earned 72 cents. A big miss. They went in and have slashed their quarterly dividend, and they are trading down this morning 28%. So a big drop for them. Another company, we've had some chip companies that have reported. NVIDIA had a good number earlier this week or last week. Ambarella reported they're a chip stock, and they came out with an okay quarter, for this last quarter. However, they've slashed their guidance for this next quarter, and they're taking a beating this morning, down a little over 19, almost 20% this morning. So two companies not doing real well. We had Hewlett Packard Enterprises. They're the enterprise company, not the one that actually makes the little computers. And they had a better than expected quarter. They came in at 52 cents a share versus 48 cents expected. Revenue was a little short of expectations by about 300 million or so. But so they are trading down. They're getting beat up pretty good today too, down 8.75%. Really, that's all the earnings that we have. I will mention this though, Anheuser-Busch getting beat up. I found this interesting. They're down this morning about 2.5%, but they came out with some of their numbers. Bud Light is down. The sales of Bud Light is down 25.7% for this last week. So a pretty big drop in some of their numbers, Doug.
Yeah, they can't even give that stuff away.
I know it's tough, isn't it? Tough.
Yeah.
So as we continue to look today at what's going to happen with the debt ceiling bill, that'll be our kind of our main focus today. And it's got the future's a little in turmoil this morning. Right now, we've got the Dow down 0.4%. That's $129. We've got the S&P 500 down almost 0.5%, as well as the NASDAQ 100 down about 0.5%. So everything's solidly red this morning. As we get started, we are seeing silver pick up a little bit, up 0.6. Gold's up between 1/10 and 0.2%. Still below $2,000 an ounce though. And then crude oil, because of what's going on, the dollar is the highest we've seen it in recent months in value. And then the Chinese, their data, economic data, has not been where people think it should be. And so it's affecting crude oil this morning, Doug. Crude oil is actually down 3% this morning. Well below, yeah, really good for us. Well below 70 at $67.34 an ounce. So that's a big drop from them. We have Asia kind of following us. They are all in the red as well, from anywhere from 1/3% to as much as 1.94% on the Hang Seng. So some big numbers there in Europe. They're following right with us too, all red this morning as we get going. And so, and then crypto's all down today. So I can't find anything green other than gold and silver. So it's going to be an interesting day as we get started today. And so as we kind of close out, Doug, let's not forget that there are a lot of things in this world that, you know what, you and I, and we just can't control them. They're not up for us to control, but folks can control the amount of risk they have in their retirement portfolios. And that's exactly why I developed the Core Retirement Design. They can give us a call at 863-382-0037 to schedule their Core Retirement Design phone consultation. And then join us this weekend for the Statler Financial Radio Show, 6 a.m. and noon on Saturday, 10 a.m. Sunday morning on Highlands News Talk 730, 95.3 FM.
All right, Phillip, thank you. Hopefully we got some positive things to talk about tomorrow.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Have a great day. And, and we'll be back tomorrow.
All right, Phillip, we'll talk to you tomorrow. You can't see it, but you sure can.
Hey, folks, again, I want to thank you for joining us today. Have a great day. Join us again tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, have a great one. Bye now.